Alright, hey, howdy everybody, this is Pika here, and I'm here to present to you Katawa Shoujo Part 34. Oh, this is actually going to be painful because we're going to be doing a sex scene. Yep, I'm just going to come out and say it. So yeah, if audio is shit for this, don't blame the video editor I use, because apparently it cannot take MP3 audio. Anyway, so basically what happened last time is that basically we, oh god, what did we do? Oh yeah, we basically confessed our love to Lily finally, but unfortunately it was after we almost die. Alright, so for Shimichi, it's Momo! Excuse me, Momo. We slowly walk back to the house, holding each other tightly as we take a seat inside. I'm scared, to be honest. Is there any music playing? Nope, okay. Lily leans her head onto my shoulder as I put my arm around her waist. Neither of us has any want to break the silence. I have to check to see if there's music. With her eyes shut, it's hard to work out whether she's fallen asleep. Not that I mind. The warmth of her body leaning against me. The softness of her hand delicately held in mine. For a long, long time, we sit leaning against one another, sharing our warmth and feelings as night eventually begins to settle in. Lily's gentle, soft voice ends the silence. Thank you, Asal. Thank you? For returning my feelings. Did you think I wouldn't? There was the possibility. I take a deep breath and thought, that much was only my fault. It's funny, actually. I was thinking of telling you about my own feelings sometime soon. I guess in that way you saved me the effort. She raises her head a little and gives a tiny amused giggle. I smile at how earnest it is, how so girlish in its lightness. She collects herself soon afterward, her hair resting against my shoulder. Feeling a bit better? She gives a small nod. You are thoughtful, Asal. That's why I like you. I'm sorry I'm like this. As much as I didn't want to make you concerned for me, I couldn't do anything to prevent it. Don't apologize for it. Please don't. Lily? Have I ever apologized for my blindness, even once? You can't help the way you were born, Asal. There's no point in apologizing for who you are. She says this with surprising conviction. In the end, it was perhaps this mentality which spurred her to befriend me in such a short time, in addition to her motherly instincts. She did seem to become trusting very quickly, but I never questioned why. Now it seems obvious that she did so to help me as I went through one of the lowest points in my life. I moved to respond, but cut myself off as I feel her fingers run gently through my hair. I feel their soft and delicate touch moving downwards to trace the contours of my face, her palm finally settling on my cheek. Oh gosh. You are a beautiful person, Asal. Please, don't ever apologize for that. For a moment I'm utterly speechless. I slowly bend my head down, placing a tender kiss on her light voluminous hair. We're a couple of right old fools, aren't we? We are. After a long calm, she speaks again. Asal? Yes? I wouldn't mind if you... Oh my god, really? See, look, okay, I didn't remember this, so apparently she initiates it. Oh god. I feel a hand tensing under mine, trembling slightly. My mouth opens, but try as I might, I can't formulate a response to her proposition. Lily. Before I can say another word, she slips her hand from under mine and tenderly holds the side of my face once more. Please. Oh god, why is she blushing? I give a peaceful smile, holding her hand against my cheek as I nod a single time. Oh god. Okay. Oh god. I'm so lucky no one's up. As I look into her eyes, she leans towards me. Her delicate lips touch mine as she guides herself with her hand. She breaks off not a second later, faintly smiling. I love you, Asal. We kiss again, this time with both of us meeting the other. While the previous kiss was one of love, this is one of lust, our tongues meeting and our breathing heavy. After precious seconds we part, both our faces well and truly flushed. Both of us bring our fingers to our lips in unison, recalling that fleeting feeling, rapidly becoming buried by both by our urges and bashfulness. Lily is the first to shift uncomfortably, though. What is it? Should we get more comfortable? Oh god! It's like, this is so different from Rin's sex scene. Cause it's just awkward. Okay. Oh god. Now that she mentions it, this futon would be a bit too narrow to do much on. Oh god. Considering the thoughts running through both our minds, it's no small wonder one of us has any measure of foresight left. I take her hands and guide her sideways as I move, the brief and awkward dance ending with both of us tentatively sitting on the floor opposite each other. As I reach forward to pull her top up, she stops after she moves her hands to do the same. You're shaking. Oh god. I pause for a moment and look at my hands. It's like am I gonna be able to perform well? Sure enough, they're quivering slightly. Whether it's from nervousness or excitement, I'm not sure. I guess I am. This is too funny. So you're as nervous as I am, then? I withdraw my hands and sigh, steadying myself. We have plenty of time, so there's no need to rush this. Sorry, it's my first time, so I'm a bit... She giggles shakily, all but confirming what I reasonably deduced by now. It's the same for me. I'm happy we could share this together. I match her smile twofold, leaning forward and taking her body in my arms as she reaches to hug me back. I love you, Lily. You already said that. I can't help grinning. Even in such a situation, she still has her wits about her. Breaking our embrace, we decide to take off our own clothing. While it's easier this way, I don't doubt it's just an attempt to distract ourselves from our nerves. Oh my god! Why do we have to take off our own? I'd rather you do the other. With slightly stiff hands, I begin to slide the first button out from my shirt. Oh god! Oh my god! Once we remove the last of our clothes, which end up haphazardly piled behind us, my breath is taken by the sight in front of me. Okay! I'm gonna have to censor that. I can't exactly have, the woman body taken. Her long, shapely legs, full hips and her breasts, plump and dainty, her slightly blushing face, delicate and reserved, is framed by the bangs of her hair. Her hands, tightly held behind her, only serve to further accentuate her chest. Her tall and pale body is beautiful when bared. Oh gosh. This girl in front of me, reserved yet playful, astute yet hospitable, is the girl I've fallen in love with. I lean forward, delicately taking her shoulders in my hands. As I do, she brings her hands to my chest. With a slightly uneven breath, we lean into a deep kiss. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh god! I feel one of Lily's hands slowly slide up to my shoulder, it and her head very gently moving forwards. Assuming her intent, I lean back onto the floor. Lily, please don't be dominant. I'm the guy. I should be dominant. Blah. Oh, okay. Oh man, this is a beautiful CG, but I can't exactly put it because breasts. She lowers herself beside me, one hand stroking my hair as the other moves across my chest. The feeling of her breast against it is enough to excite me. Oh god, don't tell me I'm fucking down there. This must be her way of taking in what I've already seen of her. Despite her lack of sight, she engraves every detail of my bare body and chest into her mind. She's probably feeling the scar, too. When her middle finger falls into the slight recess of my chest scar, a lingering effect of my operation so many months ago, she slowly runs her hand down its length. This is the scar from my surgery. They had to do this in order to operate on my heart. To make it pump it back. I'm not trying to laugh at this, but it's so fucking awkward. For a moment she is lost for words. The idea of such extensive scarring added a new worry for her. Her expression changes from curiosity to apprehension. Should we really be doing this kind of thing? We might as well. We might as well. Both of our clothes are off, and we're kind of already. Those words bother me beyond what is rational. Lily's face breaks my heart more than even her words possibly could. Yet I don't even know the answer to her question. I can't let this condition dominate me forever. It may not even be medically advisable, but I outright refuse to live my life in such a prison. I don't fucking blame him. It's like hell. I mean, sex is one of the natural parts of our human cycle here. And it's like, why the fuck should it be limited? It's okay, Lily. This much will be okay. Her troubled expression holds for a moment longer, but she eventually acquiesces, her hand moving to my lower chest and then my thigh. Please don't feel my you-know-what down there. Please don't. Oh god, we entered. We inserted. I can't believe I said that. With a look of slight surprise, she slowly moves her hands downwards. Her breath catching, she brushes the side of my lower hair. Oh god! I just figured out what that is. Ew! She tentatively moves. Oh god, no! She tentatively moves her hands sideways, delicately touching the most honest part of my body. Oh my god, no! You're killing me, Lily! I can't stop laughing! This is... Yeah! Yeah! Our nervousness peaks as the act begins. Oh my god. Her hand... What the fuck? I can't stop laughing. Our nervousness peaks as the act begins, her hand gently patting up and down as lightly as if it would break if breathed upon. I'm not sure whether it's just to steady myself or because I want to steady her, but I take my free hand and hold the side of her face in it. The feeling of her hair and soft skin is nice, and it seems to lighten her mood a bit. The mere fact I'm being touched by her is surprisingly erotic. Oh my gosh. I feel my body relax and I submit to the pleasure overwhelming me. Whoever did the CGs for this game how do you get comfortable with that? Long minutes pass in almost total silence, our heavy breathing the only sound to be heard in the house. Lily's fingers stop affectionately stroking my hair and she opens her lips once again. So, oh gosh. I wait for a second for the rest of the sentence, but none is forthcoming. She may be trying to take the lead, but she's still incredibly nervous. I can't help smiling as I stroke her hair from her face a couple of times, reassuring her. As nervous as she may be, I'm thankful that Lily's taking the lead. I'd probably be just as anxious as she if I were attending to her. Okay. Come on, Asal, you gotta get through this! She pauses a moment before giving a small nod, sitting up and shifting her legs over mine. Once again, my breath is stolen by the magnificent side of her body over mine. Okay, now she's on top of me. I can only look on frozen as she delicately lowers herself, resting her reddened lips over me. Ew! God, I don't want to look at that. She slowly begins to move her hips downwards, her softness enveloping my consciousness. Gosh damn it. She takes a deep breath to collect herself, her face remaining steady. With her hands taken in my body in lieu of sight, the intimate situation muddles her usual effort to compensate for lack of eye contact. She gradually lowers herself onto me, her knees and hands supporting her as she does. Her entire body tenses as I enter, her expression obviously one of stifled pain. Despite that, I can't help savoring the soft, warm feeling enveloping my consciousness, the surge of pleasure overcoming all my senses. The last vestiges of it all but disappear inside her while her nails slightly scrape into my chest in an effort to stop herself from yelping in pain. A pained moan, too much for her to suppress completely, escapes from her lips. As I open my mouth to comfort her, I see the barely visible red drops from between her legs. Oh my god! Oh my god! Are you fucking with me? Oh, that has to hurt. Fucking hell, I'm crossing my legs. Lily, if it's too much... She clenches her mouth tightly, quickly and forcefully shaking her head from side to side in defiance. After a couple of seconds, she relaxes her body slightly, though she's still obviously far from being comfortable. My god, why is Rin sexing just, so comfortable in my mind now instead of this? Oh god, I have the voice? It's okay. I'm okay. She swallows hard, trying to collect herself. Lifting herself slowly and bringing herself back to... Oh my god. She relaxes a little more as the feelings of pleasure begin to overtake those of pain. Her breathing starts to match the same ragged patterns as mine, her body moving almost teasingly slowly. She looks as if she's slowly beginning to enjoy the act, my feelings finally reaching her. I'm not sure if she's keeping herself at this speed for her sake or for mine, but either way, with a slow and steady pace, I think I can keep my body in check. It's funny in a way that even now I'm depending on her. For us to be joined together like this, our feelings so close, it makes me glad. To be sharing our first moment together like this is an almost overwhelming feeling. I love you, Lily. I'm not saying that. Fuck no. I refuse to voice that. I can feel her body tensing, her breathing and movements becoming steadily less carefully controlled. I'm happy to be making her feel so good, but as my thoughts become increasingly focused, I can feel myself rapidly nearing my limit. And there's Nirvana. Control of my body is instantaneously wrested from my mind as I grit my teeth hard. A loud moan escaped as I climax and my hips hit hers. Oh my god. Her body hunches over at the same moment, her breasts touching on my chest. We stay locked in all-encompassing ecstasy for a brief moment, my mind completely taken by the feeling for a precious few seconds. And we're back to this. It ends all too soon and our bodies collapse in exhaustion, with Lily barely staying on top of me. I lifelessly managed to wrap my arms around her limp, sweating body, and for minutes we simply lay there, silently savoring the contact with each other while we recover from the experience. Neither of us had thought ourselves prepared for such a thing. Of that much I'm certain. Entirely drained, far past the point of conversation, I look at her tired face. It looks as if the exertion, both physical and mental, had almost forced her to the verge of collapse. I love you, Lily. She nods weakly, rubbing my... I was gonna say, where the fuck did Momo go all of a sudden? She nods weakly, rubbing my hair with her left hand. If we could simply remain together like this for an eternity, it would be a paradise like no other. That was fucking awkward. Actually, I think what I'm gonna do... How much time do we have? 19 minutes. Okay, we'll keep going, because I hope there's no more breasts. Lily, I'm sorry. Your body's magnificent, but I can't censor. After being woken by a sound, I open my eyes with a measure of reluctance. Turning my head to the left, I find the rain outside sweeps against the windows loudly. Spray after wind-blown spray lashes against the glass, as if it's trying its hardest to make up for the summer's previous heat. I sit up in the futon, holding the back of my neck to try and subdue the pain from my awkward sleeping position. By all accounts, I should be lamenting the turn in the weather, given that this is our last day here. The events of yesterday refuse to stop flooding my mind, though. The feeling of holding Lily's crying body in my arms. The rush of lust and hormones that flowed through us as we spent the night together. It seems almost futile to try and rationalize everything that happened. In an attempt to distract myself, I groaned and leaned over to retrieve my bag without standing. Pulling out one bottle after another, I'd take the daily regimen's worth of pills from their containers and swallow them without further ado. It took a surprisingly short amount of time to get used to swallowing pills without water. That said, I suppose the same thing goes for getting used to living in a school for disabled students. Remembering Yamaku, I become all the more grateful for having the chance to get away, even if it's just for the shortest of times. I appreciate the chance to spend time alone with Lily and Hanako, away from the bustle of school life, even considering the latest complications. I never thought I'd say it, but the idea of living away from the city in a nice, tranquil area is an inviting one. It's a thought that barely a year ago would have seemed simply ludicrous. A flash of pink, no doubt Hanako's gown, peeks from around the corner. Oh, oops. Realizing I must look aside since I've only just woken up, I slap the remaining pills into my mouth and run a hand through my hair. Hanako, don't come in here, please. Oh god, please tell me Lily's dressed. Well, actually, wait a minute. It wouldn't be so awkward for Lily and Hanako to see each other naked, but for Hanako and Hisao, probably. And the coffee maker's going off.
Good morning, Hisao.
Okay. I replied to her, completely forgetting that I'm in the middle of swallowing a particularly large pill. Coughing and spluttering, I violently gag on it.
Hisao!
After sputtering loudly and tapping my chest a couple of times to force it down, I managed to recover. I'm fine. Sorry. Forgot I was swallowing.
Gosh. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
I hold my hand up, gesturing for Hanako to stop. I gagged. It's my fault. Morning, Hanako! She pauses a moment before bowing in reply. Okay, you're dressed. Thank God. Walking, no staggering in behind Hanako is the familiar figure of Lily, also dressed in her pajamas. With her eyes full of sleep and hair bedraggled, she's a sight to behold. Hi, Lily.
Good morning, Hisao.
For a while, as silence hangs in the air, as neither of us knows what to do. Given what happened last night, we both have more than enough reason to be finding the situation awkward. Just how are we meant to react to meeting each other after something like last night? I mean, like that. The best course of action would probably be to talk to Lily alone, to set things in order. I'll start making breakfast. How much time was spent? Like, seriously, I thought we were too tired and we just went to sleep like that. Lily evidently catches on to my train of thought.
I'll help. Hanako, could you set the table?
She nods, her head disappearing into a cupboard. She quickly goes about her assigned task. I rub a little more sleep out of my eyes as I wander over to the fridge and take out some milk, and Lily grabs various brightly colored boxes from some of the lower cupboards to my side. While we make the rather bland-looking meal, I whisper somewhat more quietly than usual. Knowing Lily's hearing, she won't have any trouble catching what I say. Are you okay, Lily? After last night? She gives a delicate nod, her expression weak. Though her tiredness surely plays a part, she seems genuinely unsure about what's happened between us and how to move ahead. I can't say I blame her, considering my feelings are the same.
I'm sorry, Sal. I wasn't thinking straight yesterday. I never stopped to consider you or Hanako, and I even went as far as...
She's winding herself up. With her hands and voice both tightening, I give her a gentle bump to try and lighten up the situation. You don't have to apologize. I said I liked you as well, after all. Hell, I love you.
But
As her composure begins to falter, it becomes obvious there's no alternative. Turning to Lily, I gently embrace her tall frame. She offers no resistance at all, thankfully pulling back just from the edge of her emotions. Despite our reassuring embrace lasting only a matter of seconds, I notice Hanako wordlessly watching. The plate in her hand hovers inches above the table, her action halted midway by the sight. We really need to, The clatter of utensils against plates is the only sound to be heard as we silently eat. Whereas before only two of us may have been unsure of ourselves, the entire situation has changed. After weeks of blissful friendship, whiling away the days with shared meals and chatter with little meaning, The relationship of Lily and I, no, that of all of us, has irreversibly changed. I can't take this. Lily, she solemnly nods, gently laying her spoon onto the plate in front of her. Neither of us knows exactly how we regard each other, let alone how Hanako would view us.
This might seem abrupt, but I've confessed to Isao.
For a moment, Hanako looks almost confused. Precisely the reaction I thought she would have. She eventually nods, her spoon still in her mouth as she does.
Did you
Sorry about that.
Did you accept?
I did. She gives a smile so large and so earnest, I find myself blushing. I think it's the brightest I've ever seen her expression look.
Then I'm happy. I'm really, really happy. I'm sorry for not telling you anything about it before. Things have been...
Hanako shakes her head from side to side emphatically, apparently forgetting in her rush that Lily couldn't possibly notice. She begins fiddling with her fingers, looking a little more nervous than she did before.
To be honest, I began to think you might like each other a while ago. At first I didn't really know what to think about it, but I decided in the end that if my friends are happy, then I'm happy. I was really glad to have another friend when we met Hisao, so you finding love through him is even better, right?
A feeling of relief at her acceptance of our relationship falls over me like a wave. The same happens to Lily, judging by her expression.
Thank you, Hanako. I really appreciate you being so understanding.
Lily's voice still sounds slightly apologetic, or at least unsure. This doesn't escape Hanako, who appears lost in thought for a few moments before turning to me.
Hisao, do you mind if me and Lily go outside for a bit?
No, feel free.
Hanako?
Hanako gets up from her seat, taking Lily's hand and almost dragging her from the tables in her excitement. Considering Lily's typically slow and steady pace, Hanako's haste makes her footing awkward as she almost loses her balance a couple of times. It's a pretty amusing sight, leaving me wordless as I watch them disappear out the door. It's only now that I realize the rain stopped, being replaced by a sky seemingly all the more vivid and bright to make up for the morning's drab gray expanse. For Hanako, this must be a pretty big revelation. Lily and I are really the only people she associates with, almost as if we were parents in our own steads. I suppose that might well be the best way to describe the relationship we share. A father, mother, and daughter, all playing around in our little make-believe families if it could last forever. It might be a strange dynamic, and one that certainly can't last for long, but maybe just for this one small moment, it's okay. As I stand from the table and go to join Lily and Hanako in the fields outside, I nod to myself in affirmation. This one small moment of happiness, no matter how brief, will last with me, with all of us, forever. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm just gonna stop here because I know what's gonna happen next, and I already do not feel like going through another freaking scene. Alright, so that was Katawa Shoujo part 24. 34. Hope you enjoyed it. I think what I'm gonna do is that when I'm editing this, I'm gonna use the I'm gonna edit how I would normally with censored scenes like on there, but maybe just like take the entire scene from. Actually, wait a minute, that wouldn't work either. Yeah, what I'm thinking what I'm going to do is, like, I'm going to trim it up to where I would normally, and then put it in the editor, but basically do what I normally do with censored scenes, is, like, put the picture over it. But I'm not going to edit it with the sound, because the sound always gets fucked up whenever that happens. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try it a different way, and if that doesn't work, well, fuck it. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys again for Pokemon Randomized Platinum, where we will be going up against Team Galactic and Lake Aquity. So, see ya!